Howdy do. Hey, look where I am. I'm back where it all started, man. Hey, I'm. This is my taskbar. This thing is 45 years old and it looks pretty rough. But not that rough, you know. I mean, it's this old particle board here, and there's a few scratches. The vinyl outside here, there's a couple tears in the vinyl, but nothing serious. The kick bar is a little rough, but I mean, the thing's 45 freaking years old. It's hung in there pretty well, man. So I just popped this Kona longboard logger. Yeah, some of you may say, but Tom, you've already done a video with that, man. Why do it again? Well, why not? I'm actually not doing a video for this beer. It's always about the beer, but it's not necessarily always about the beer. Sometimes, as beer geeks just like to ramble on, and that's what I'm going to do. I will give you these beer specifics real quick, and then I'll tell you what I have in mind. Oh, I had this here, and then I lost it. Hold on a second. Bear with me. That's 4 point... Holy crap, I can't see a freaking thing. 4.6% 20 IBU. Sorry about that. You love when I go professional, do you? Pale 2-row malt, it says. Mount Hood, Hallertau, Sterling, and Millennium hops. So how about that? So according to their website, this is an adjunct-free beer. And it's not bad for what it's supposed to be. I mean, it is crisp, it's refreshing. Drink it cold, drink it quick. So I want to do at least a couple videos talking about beer geek culture. Well, I'm drinking just an average beer to drink while I'm yappering with you, just like we do if we were in a pub together. Oh, wow. It's refreshing. It's very hot out there. Oh, what I was going to talk about was beer geek beer personalities. Of course, I mean, I don't think there's any arguments at all who really created the beer culture. I mean, I think almost every beer geek, I don't know anybody that disagree with me. You'd have to say that Michael Jackson really pioneered what has now become the modern craft beer revolution. I mean, I don't know who could argue with that. I just don't. I mean, I think the sad part is that the younger craft beer generation who didn't grow up and didn't see firsthand how he was able to grow the industry. I think a lot of them don't get it. For some reason, it's that's the past, and that's ridiculous because of that past, craft beer has a future. But what I want to talk about is, some call it beervangelism. Current personalities, other than myself, I'm not going to talk about me. You all know what I do. Who do a lot for craft beer. One of my favorite beer writers is John Brewguru. I think his website is bruguru.com. I think he does the most comprehensive written reviews out there. He also does some great videos, but he doesn't do a lot of videos. So, but really, to understand him, you really need to read his stuff. So I would check out brewguru.com because he does some things I like. He puts 3 things in every video. He puts more, but there's 3 things particular that grab me. One is he gives you brewery information. 2, he gives you a personal story that ties him to the beer in some way. And then 3, he gives you the particulars of the beer. And he does those 3 things in every video. That's why I think his videos are the more comprehensive. That's why I love his written stuff. I mean, his videos are fantastic too. He just doesn't do a lot of videos. It's really not his medium. But his writing is absolutely credible if you're a beer lover like I am. Other guys, I mean, to be honest with you, to be real honest with you, I don't watch a lot of beer videos. It's kind of like that, you ever see interviews with actors? They always television or movie. They usually, most of them will tell you they don't watch a lot of TV or don't watch a lot of movies. I'm kind of that way as far as what I do. I mean, I do a lot of beer videos. I don't watch a whole lot, but I'm going to give you a few that I like. I mentioned John Bruegger. Like I said, he doesn't do a lot, but he's certainly one you ought to watch. Um, Jay Terrio that does Louisiana Brew Reviews. This guy is interesting because, well, for a couple reasons. One, he does beers on every level. He does really low end American macros, then he does extremely high end craft beers. The other thing that Jay does real well too is he researches. He does more research than anybody else that I know doing beer videos. I mean, when I do a beer video, all I do is I look up the manufacturer's website, or the brewer's website, I should say, just so I have the particulars if there is any, ABV, IBU, blah, 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 blah. But Jay looks up everybody's reviews. I mean, he researches everything about that brewery. So if you want information about, especially classic American breweries, a fly bugging the crap out of me here. If you want information about especially classic American breweries, Jay's the guy for that. One of the younger guys out there doing videos, well, he's young to me, but kind of that new generation, coming from a different point of view, is Scott White. Scott White's got a different kind of slant than most of us older guys. Most guys my age, I won't say all because there are some exceptions, but most guys my age and older came up as beer drinkers, but, obviously what was available to us is what is called now American macro lagers. That's not what we called them back then. It was just called beer. And then when other beer started showing up, we started drinking other beer even before it was called craft beer. But Scott's coming from a different point of view. He's grown up with this massive selection. So for him, he didn't start with macros and then work towards crafts like most of us did. He just started with crafts, so he's got a different perspective and point of view than guys my age. I'm almost done, so I'm going to do a part 2 here before I run too long. But another name, while I'm thinking of it, while I finish up my last sip here, Dave Coulter. Dave Coulter's there's interesting reviews. I've kind of jokingly, called him. It's like having a beer with Mr. Rogers, because he's got a very slow, methodical pace, but it's also filled with information. So anyway, that's kind of. There's a few guys that if you are getting started as a beer enthusiast like myself, these are guys you should be looking up to check into. Ooh, so no point talking anymore. I talked for 8 minutes. That's enough. Nobody cares anymore. So anyways, I am going to do another part to this because now I just want to talk to you. So I'll be back.